So there's a new archetype that I wanted to discuss. It's come up actually a lot in my DMT trips and other psychedelic experiences, but only now recently I've seen other people talk about it too. And this archetype is like the games or like board games archetype. So anything like playing cards, chess, checkers. People have been seeing that. Like I'll give you examples of what I've seen. Like these are some sketches that I did after DMT trips. Like probably these are like a year or 2 years ago. But this one, I don't know if you can see it. Put it up closer. But there's a little chess piece right there, and that came up a lot, pretty much, in my other trips too. But in this one you can also see the Jester card. I don't know if you can see that. But yeah, that was basically another trip that I had where I saw myself as like a Egyptian god, I guess. I don't know. It was crazy though. I actually had like all these clothes on and the hat and everything. Like I felt that I was actually wearing these things. But anyways, that sort of archetype of the games or board games, I always thought that there was some sort of symbolic meaning to it because it just seemed also poetic with the whole jester thing, that there would also be checkered and then also chess pieces and playing cards. But I can show you other examples that other people have said that they've seen it too, and that makes me somewhat think that there's a message or sort of subconscious meaning behind it. It's so funny that, you know, something that we thought that was chaotic and meaningless and had no well, I guess meaning, it's actually showing that it has order and logic and it's even poetic too. Like it's like someone put a lot of time into figuring out this sort of realm and its attributes and its display. You know, it's very crazy that it has this potential to show things like that. So I'll show you the other examples that other people have shown too, but it's very, very curious. It's definitely a reoccurring pattern. I doubt that I won't see anyone saying that they've also seen these types of archetypes as well.
Yeah, so I often watch other people's trip reports just to see if there's any sort of reoccurring patterns. I like to go through and see, you know, what everyone else is talking about. And so in this one, he talks about seeing the jester, or not, sorry, not the jester, but the playing cards archetype. He said that the vision sort of morphed into that. You can sort of see what he says, but you know, I'm just going to keep looking around and seeing if I can find more people talking about similar things.
Continue the trip on my back, and yeah, that was interesting. The trip right away was really overwhelming, but in a good way. Like, it was very colored, it was very solid colors, and these like different patterns that I was seeing that I keep saying to everybody remind me of playing cards, like the king or the jack or the queen or what have you. But there was no.
But like it started in a two-dimensional space.
So I reported this one earlier, but I'm just going to read it again for you guys. So here you go. Ah, the Jester, the first entity I ever met. In my first toke of DMT, lacking a scale, I used a corner of a playing card to put a spot of spice on some marijuana. When I smoked it, I saw a spinning mandala that would break apart and reform itself into a playful but somewhat condescending, mocking jester. I concluded that this must be because I used the Joker from the pack of cards I used to pack the bull. So it was lingering in my thoughts and came out again in the form of a hallucination. That's when I saw the DMT art and others much like your own, depicting the very same jester. I have heard of the machine elves, but never of jesters. The fact that so many people perceive this archetype is quite fascinating. Perhaps the fact that I used the jester card as a spoon was a mere coincidence.